Good morning, welcome to Morning Headlines. I'm Lynn. It is Tuesday, April 8th. And the newspaper headlines are chock-a-block today. Auditor General, MH370, all sorts of stuff. So let's get started. We kick things off with The Edge Financial Daily. And I wanted to start with this because, you know, juxtaposition is everything when it comes to the front page. And here we've got water deadlock continues. And as part of Selangor's great unwashed masses, what I really wanted to see was, you know, a picture of happy men smiling, shaking hands, talking about a positive outlook for Maybank. That made me really, really happy in the morning. What is markedly less happy, though, is what the Malay Mail went with. Stop wilting on me, you. Their headline is "Families Cling to Hope as Search Homes In on Signal." And it's, I want to say sentimental, but it is in truth maudlin. You know, we went through a lot of these stories about families of the people on the plane quite early on in the story, and that was when there was less to report. And now that there is more, and now that we've moved on to the search, it seems a little emotionally manipulative to still be doing this. And they supplement it by saying Datuk Sri Hishamuddin Hussein, you know, is staying strong, never giving up, and so on and so forth. But the truth is, of course, that we have moved into a different phase of the investigation, and things like this, I think, are potentially misleading. Now we come to a whole slew of front pages that were kind of divided in what they wanted to cover. So we start off with the New Straits Times. We have charting the way forward. Yet again, men pointing at things with purpose, because that's how you know things are getting done. Our Prime Minister, Datuk Sri Najib Razak, as well as Lee Hsien Loong of Singapore, pointing at things because we are charting the way forward with a friendship bridge. And meanwhile, below, of course, we're still looking at, and this is what I was referring to earlier about investigations having moved on, to Beacon of Hope, of course, referring to the signals that may or may not be from the black box of MH370, and which everybody is calling the most promising lead. Pretty. Berita Harian has also gone on a very similar tack, splitting the page almost evenly between the issue of Isyarat 4.5 km di dasar laut, as well as Jambatan Ketiga Perkukuh Persahabatan, again about reinforcing the friendship between Malaysia and Singapore with a bridge, and yet again, two men shaking hands, getting stuff done. Utusan Malaysia, on the other hand, has still chosen to focus on this piece of news, which is, of course, yet again, the biggest story to come out of MH370 in the last 2 days. What I like about this is the clever little infographic we've got going on here, talking about sonar and frequencies, and including that of whales, because who doesn't like ocean life? Moving on to the next big headline of the day, of course, it's the Auditor General's 2013 report on how we did last year. And the Star have gone with the fact that we are feeding off the poor. Of course, the main thrust of the statement has been that we did better than last year, but since last year's statement was, I think, you know, the word used is frightening to many Malaysians, to say we did better isn't all that much. And this is highlighting the fact that funds meant for children suffering from malnutrition have been used to pay for food at meetings. So they're highlighting a lot of instances of wastage, and that is also the big headline from Sina Harian, saying Bazir lagi, very, very direct. Also highlighting wastage, amongst them things like building the complex Mahkamah Kuantan has been over 560 days delayed, costing us 19.56 million, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm pretty sure that in days to come we're going to be hearing more about this, so can't wait. Now Harian Metro, good old Harian Metro, have gone with their usual four-way split, and they've highlighted tragedy MH370 over here, but you know, giving almost equal weightage to that is the Ugut Simbah acid, because you know, that's what we all like. They are, after all, tabloid. Can't blame them for it. And they, in their own way, are also covering the Auditor General's report, going with Asset Hantu, because, of course, being a tabloid, you can't really go without a little hint of the supernatural in there if you can help it. Our final paper, a bit of a palate cleanser. We have got The Sun, which has nothing on MH370, nothing on the Auditor General's report, nothing on water. Instead, they're looking at Mum Wins, the story of the High Court granting custody to a Hindu mother of her 2 children converted to Islam from her previous marriage. And yeah, I mean, it's actually kind of nice to see that they've just gone with what is a landmark decision, ignoring and choosing such a clean page with McDonald's, but you know, can't win them all. And it's on that happy note that we end morning headlines today. The word of the day, in case you haven't guessed, is friendship, as in friendship bridge, as in bridging the gap between Malaysia and Singapore, as in men shaking hands before they do something serious, which is what all our papers, or almost all our papers, went with today. You have been watching Morning Headlines. I'm Lynn, BFM 89.9.